Hello there, furbos. Today we're gonna react to some videos from our friend János here. He's the owner of the channel called Ironically Living in Europe, and he makes some awesome videos. And I found two of which I want to react to. So that's what we're gonna do firstly today, and after that we're gonna go and play our favorite little shooter game, which is Doorframe. Let me just switch over to that scene, and then we can just start with it. So the thing is the Balkan schools were different because I can feel this in my heart. So let me just start this and see how loud it gets.
School.
The chaotic energy is already resonating from this one now.
It is the most influential time in a young child's development.
That was me at a young age. We were kind of like this when the teacher said, I need like two stronger young boys to help me carry some chairs, and that's how you feel when you can carry like 3 or more chairs.
From learning valuable knowledge about the mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell that they will never again call upon in their adult days of working a 9 to 5 in an office, to learning valuable social skills of not coming dressed to school in your Naruto headband, which can be applied at the office. School is an indispensable period of growth in every person's life, but at the end of the day, this is the Balkans. When it comes to the Balkans and them essentially being the black hole of Europe, sucking in all prospects of development, stability, financial independence,
what the hell was that? Was that a little shoe?
All prospects of development.
Yes, it is. I have never seen one of these guys before. the sneakers, I'm rocking the little shoes, you know.
Development, stability, financial independence, and Canadian expats, it is no surprise that one of the most essential experiences of day-to-day life differs from that of the US and other Western nations. Now, at first glance, one of the major notable differences might be going to a dilapidated shack for 6 hours a day to get your education.
Usually, this is the state of all the schools in the Balkans. At least that's the case for most of the elementary schools and middle schools. But yeah, it's just kind of depressing. And there is always cold inside, so you are sitting there with your coats on and in a hat and cap and stuff like that. So it's kind of not the best experience that you can go through. But yeah, we're just traumatized enough.
Having your classes last only 45 minutes each.
Now that's a door if I ever seen one.
Or not having a madman play Call of Duty in the hallways every other month. Yet, one of the most defining characteristics of a school in the Balkans is its environment and just the absolute chaotic energy resonating from it. More often than not, classes would take place in a dilapidated Soviet-style building constructed sometimes in the 60s or 70s that essentially resembled more a beginner house in Minecraft than an educational institution. The walls were usually painted in some combination of Disney's go-away green, white, or blue, with the desks
that green was the one that we had.
mostly out of a combination of cheap wood and sawdust and held together by discounted metal frames, the paint on which has been slowly peeling off and rust took well over. Within the classrooms, the schools used the same ceramic heater a grandma in Chelyabinsk 50 years ago did, because all the funding...
we had these in the technicum I was going to. We had these in the workshop, because these are the only ones that can survive in a workshop environment. We had these, but they were like 5 meters long, and these were the only kinds that we could sit on without it being being ripped off of the wall. So, yeah, that was the purpose. That was the purpose with this one. These are strong as hell, stronger than the Soviet Union itself.
50 years ago did, because all the funding for schools went to the mayor's
and that was beer on the table.
So it was cold all the time.
What is that? Was that? That's Kisgrofo. That's a Hungarian gypsy singer. He sings Mulator. Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does. It's like a fucking prison sometimes. And the walls and the fences with the literal barbed wire, or I'm not sure what's that, but I'm not sure whose idea that was. But I mean, in Hungary, we have like a law that states that if you are in the time when the classes take part, no matter where you are, the school will be responsible. So the thing is, if you sneak out of the school and then you get hit by a bus, then the school is going to have to go to lawsuits and shit for how could you get out of the school in teaching times. Ooh, now that actually sounds like a prison. What the hell is that? I have never heard of a school where you had to walk on the right side of the hallway. What the hell is that? That's actually insane. I haven't heard of this thing. Yeah, yeah, that's called like collective punishment, and yeah, that's a thing that all of the teachers utilized. I hate it. I hate that. I hated that with a passion.
7.
I mean,
So it
usually
was
I was
cold
not
all
the
the time.
troublemaker,
Thus, during winter months, most kids
but
sat at
yeah,
their
I was got
desks
punished
with their
every
winter
time as well.
coats on. While in front of the school, all the
And I think now comes the fence part because I see some fencing in here.
fences were spiked and 2 meters tall, which also had a portion of literal rolled barbed wire. As a way
What
to
was
prevent
I saying? What was I saying about the barbed wire? He had the same experience as I.
kids from jumping over them and escaping, because you know it wasn't a Balkan school unless you had at least 5 guys in your classroom jumping out of a first story to ditch class and wasting all of their money on Book of Ra at the Mozart bet.
Ajde, daj više nešto, jebem ti sunce da ti jebem.
Jebi ga. Voćkice mi život upropastile.
But you know what's never a waste of money? Atlas VPN, baby!
And sponsor
In the modern
time.
day, cyber attacks are ever more common as hackers are trying ever so hard to get your data. I mean, just look at the email I got the other day.
Hackerman.
Absolute menace. And
That's
that's
the
why I
Hackerman
recommend
itself.
now more than ever to get yourself a VPN, especially since I got hacked while not using one. Luckily, Atlas is here for the rescue, being one of the best VPNs out there and without a doubt the best deal on the market and only costing $1.99 a month. It prevents your login data and cookies from being stolen, keeps your search and browsing data private, and prevents malware. Alongside this, Atlas helps you avoid getting charged higher for the same product online by companies that use geographic discrimination. If you're in the market for online games or flights, Atlas is your best friend. Just switch to an Indian or Argentinian IP and poof! Alongside that,
What does
you
the
can also
rainbow
access
dash
different
over
TV
that?
shows and movies, once again geolocked from your home country. And with just one subscription, you have all of this on unlimited devices. So just go and click the link in the description, atlasv.pn/Europe, and get Atlas Premium for just $1.99 a month, plus 3 months completely free. Since Atlas first sponsored my channel, their prices have gone up 2 times already, so better go and get yourself a subscription now before they rise again. And don't worry, if you're not satisfied with the VPN, which again I highly doubt, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So go check it out. Try it for yourself, protect yourself, and support the channel. atlasv.pn/Europe. However, that was all fine and friendly until you saw the fucking toilets.
Ooh, the toilets. The toilets are insane in this place. Half of the toilet seats are usually missing, and there is no soap and no paper towels or no hand dryers or anything. You have to wipe your hands into your pants, and that was so big of a problem that when we had the graduation, we have a like a dance in Hungary which is called the Szalagavató, and all of us were like out of reflexes. We were like wiping our hands into our suits because we didn't had any paper towels, and we were so used to this crap that we just, oh, okay, I'm gonna wipe it in my pants, and all of us had like a wet pants at the end of the day. Játszód a fejed. Read what? Read what?
Mi vagyunk az arabok és terroristák vagyunk. Éles a mi fegyverünk és izom a mi agyunk.
Other than the fact that you basically had to shit squatting
It's Hungarian. Look at the paragraph I sent you on Twitch. Which one? Which one? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where you sent it. Ooh. I can't actually see it, but it's in chat. What? The one that starts with no, it's like you don't understand, or is the one if and if one person got in trouble, the whole class got in trouble. I can only see these. But while we are talking about paragraphs, this picture and this little slider over here, that's one of Hungary's main news channels in a TV, and that's called RTL Club. And this sentence here just says that that the school toilet is disgusting. So yeah, kind of that's what this says, and it's an actual school toilet in the picture.
down through a hole, which was maybe cleaned once last semester. You would also have to shit in a
And
room
both of
where you
these
basically
pictures
couldn't
are
see
the same.
15 centimeters in front of you from the smoke made by 15-year-old nicotine addicts. Now, I'm quite aware that in the
Yeah,
West,
everyone
we
was
also have
smoking in the
Dylans and
toilet.
Kyles smoking up the bathroom by inhaling a cocktail of questionable chemicals conjured in China to taste like strawberries and mint. But no. This is the Balkans. We smoked the stuff grown, sun-dried, and roasted in the glorious lands of Kentucky, which is bound to make you give up running on the treadmill after 2 minutes and shorten your life by 10 years minimum. So going into the bathroom felt like going to a country club back in the 60s, as you could taste the cancer forming in your lungs from all the smoke. And this wasn't just the case in high school. You'd also have kids start smoking in 7th grade. And instead of sharing a pack of gum during recess, they'd all be sharing a box of cigarettes.
That was the thing. We had like a dedicated smoking area in my technicum where I was going, and yeah, when I was going to that technicum, all of the people, all of it, everyone just disappeared, and everyone went to smoke, and they were smoking with the teachers and with all the other students, and that was kind of like a most social place in the whole school, because everyone was going there and everyone was sharing like a pack of cigarettes.
Also had some opening up startups in the trade of illicit substances. So, on special occasions, you'd also have the police coming in and taking away Ivan for being a very naughty boy. But of course, some kids also played by the books and would sell home-brewed brandy to the teachers. On a more wholesome note, if you lived in a more
Ooh, so you couldn't actually wear clothing that said like basically anything. Well, that's they would hate me, or I would just get expelled because I was wearing some not even particularly me, but I had some friends who were wearing shirts that was saying like slurs in Hungarian, and and usually the principal itself was going into our classroom and said that you have to switch your shirts to the to the sports shirts that we had. We also had like this this heavy fabric sports shirts, and that was in the winter it was cold. In the summer it was so hot and non-breathing that is just crazy. And my particular problem with that thing was the kind of fabric that they were using for it, because that thing just that thing just felt like sandpaper on your titties, if you know what I mean. So that was kind of the whole feeling with the I think it's called PA, physical exercise. In the PA
multicultural area like I did, during winter you'd have the kids split up into groups of whoever and Hungarians and then have snowball fights. So, you know, that was always pretty fun and helpful in the preparation for that third Yugoslav war. None of that compared to what was going on inside the buildings on a daily occasion.
Oh yeah. The teachers talking down on everyone. It's just I'm not sure why, but in Hungary all the teachers do that. We had a teacher. I would like to say here that we were going into a mainly male school because it was a machine manufacturing technician school. So all guys, a few girlies only. And we had a Hungarian teacher who was like so upset on us talking shit all day long, even in the recesses and stuff like that. That she just casually sent us to the toilet to quote unquote wash out our mouths. And I'm not sure why she did that, but it was kind of crazy.
The classrooms before the teachers would come and after they would leave were just utter chaos and a free-for-all. A popular way to kill time waiting for the lesson to start was using chairs as darts and the wall as a dartboard. The motto was, if it can be broken into pieces, it will be. So you'd have kids finding as many creative ways to break the already barely
Yeah, that was kind of the feeling with here as well. But the lunchtime, the thing was with the lunchtime, we had like a really small lunchroom, and kind of like quarter of the people who went to that school could fit in there at the moment. And the other problem was that we were like basically closed out of the classrooms. So in the recesses, we couldn't go into the classrooms. We had to sit on the corridor itself. You can imagine there was like two little benches, all of which is full. And then when you have to eat, you have to basically eat sitting on the floor. That was my finest moment, because I decided if I'm using like this bookcase thingy in my backpack, then my backpack will be so fucking strong that I can sit on it, and then I will have a dedicated chair, and and all of my friends are laughing about me, but I was the one who didn't eat from the floor. But yeah, let me
standing
just continue
equipment,
this one.
like stacking the chairs together on a desk and then sitting on the throne of heights,
I just remembered.
role-playing as
We had this thing, the throne of chairs, but we made it so it was functional, because the window fell out of its place, and we had to bring it back there to stabilize it. Let's just say that. So to not make the window fall out of its socket completely, we needed to like put back the upper hinge or something, and I have a picture of this. I couldn't show the picture to you right now, but it was basically the same. And the guy standing on top of this, and another guy holding his hand, so he will not fall over and out of the window from the second floor. And one of my friends photographed this and calculated how the forces and how the friction forces and the gravitational forces holding this contraption together. And that guy was working on that for like an hour straight, but we had the answer that it was actually stable. Because yeah, we are basically mechanics, so we can calculate shit like that.
Role playing as if
And I
you're in
may
the
have
bus
to
going into a
tie
car
back my
crash.
hair because it's just getting out of hand.
Come in one by one into the classroom while opening and slamming the door after yourself. And of course, hiding in the class closet and breaking the door.
What is
You
that
also had
door?
occasionally that one kid giving birth to a backpack as the others around him help him deliver, and as the schools have
I have a
life,
video
they
about
also
that
have
somewhere.
death.
What is that?
You could also spot a kid practicing for his life after high school to be a
Is he a layman?
as the teacher was going over the day's lesson. And just as the police would sometimes raid a school, so would the students as well.
That teacher is gonna hit someone. I know. That teacher is gonna mess someone up big time.
Some guys even put snow in the electric sockets and made the whole school go into a blackout. It was a show. Of course, I'm guessing many of you are wondering by now, what about the teachers? Didn't they have anything to say about this? Well, to put it lightly, they didn't give a 90% of them were working for 500 euros a month, or whatever the country they were in could get away with paying them that was slightly above minimum wage. You'd have 63-year-old teachers coming to work on a bike and sandals wearing a babe cap, or with a bottle of rakia that they bought from the previously mentioned student. Often than not, they just wouldn't do anything because they're not being paid enough for this shit. But on the off occasion that they cared about their job even slightly, you'd either have them A, publicly breaking out in tears.
That's what we managed to
usually
do.
they were rookies that just finished teaching school, or B, they'd beat up a student.
What was I saying about that guy?
Now, these were usually older ones that were in this for far too long, and of course, after 5 months of this, they reached a breaking point. In conclusion, mismo govna. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click that like and subscribe button, and go over to my site and buy yourself a shirt at theironicshop.com. Or join the postcard club, where I send you postcards from the places I visited. My name is Janos, and you've watched Living Ironically in Europe.
Hey, why are